Is starting to heat up. Hello, everybody. My name is Rob Mars there alongside Teej, and we have some COD Rec League action here tonight. Teej, how you feeling, buddy?
Great. I mean, we are starting it off here on a sub base, and we were talking about it before the show. I cannot believe it's 2023. I am casting this map, but here we are, and it should be a good one. First week of the season here in the Rec League, and everybody has been really excited about it, and should be a good one here. Starting out in the Gold Premade North division, OGT versus LA Dweebs.
And LA Dweebs are going to start off with the first ball point, but OGT is starting to hop onto the point as well. They will tie it back up, but LA Dweebs have regained control. So now look over towards the P2. Looks like OGT currently have the advantage. They will be set up first. You have Stewie, that's number 5 on your main map, holding that mid side here and catching the stragglers. Fine Stu, going to try to get KJ here, but KJ going to be a little bit quicker on the draw. And speaking of quick, he's going to be the first one inside of this P2.
Yeah, and as OGT set up for this verse, and it's one of these things early game right now where teams are trying to figure out how to control these maps, how to get, you know, in these situations, block spawns, and this map in particular and these two hills are just very tough to do that. And right now it does look like OGT is doing their best to hold the spawns, but LA Dweebs working through the front will break the hill and get on in. So now OGT will have to look to retake this hill, and you're seeing all the LA Dweebs members huddle around this hill trying to lock it down and then transition over to that P3.
Scrappiest hill on the map for sure. Here is this P2. I mean, look how close the spawns are for OGT and LA Dweebs. It has been anybody's game, but LA Dweebs doing a great job holding it down so far. They have held on to the majority of this time. So now all OGT need to right now go for one final quick hit, which they have done so, but they do need to back up, and it looks like Stewie has done so. He's going to back up over towards P3, but Crisco going to find a nice kill headshot on top of the P3, but Juge is there for the response. OGT should have the initial time here onto P3. Very scrappy set of hills, and spawn, a big topic of discussion in this game so far. And as you can see, they flip super easily, especially on this hill.
Man, everything pretty standard so far as both teams kind of vying for positioning. Nothing outrageous, you would say, so far, but I mean, this is a hill that is so tough to get really any time on. You're just fighting so many different things. The spawn, the fact that there's just not too much cover on the actual map, but those kills going the way of OGT, and now they will look to get these times. But you see that already. Player number 2 spawning in the back and control behind them, and they're not going to notice this. He is taken down. They're just so tough to control this hill.
Yeah, and it's tough to take this read. I mean, Stewie literally just turned around and all of a sudden saw an enemy, and then Control is even going to spawn on the bottom left of that map over towards P5. So they should have an entry towards the front, but it is now a foot race as OGT ended up getting the back spawn. So they're going to run on over, and MV Panther is going to run its K-Quick here first. The call out's going to be there, but Collapsa is going to have a really good angle here over by P1. Is going to get called out, though, so is not going to be able to do much, but he's at least distracting LA Dweebs enough so that OGT can get this initial time.
There's going to be LA Dweebs trying to push to the front, maybe trying to set up a pinch, but OGT with the time at the moment now, K-Quick trying to find a big kill in the back, which he does. Teammates are falling around him, though, so that is going to be a nice hold here for OGT as they take the lead.
OGT gaining their lead here. LA Dweebs trying to find a way inside. This is a big money hill on this map, P4. It is easy to hold this. It's a lot of cover here. For LA Dweebs, they're going to have to look for a nice push. This is a good one. Is Crisco going to try to hop on in, but Collapsa is there to hold it down. Stewie standing on the top snow. OGT will eat the rest of this time. So now over to P5 we go, but OGT have the slant so that they will be on that side, and MV Panther going to be the first one to find a couple of kills, trying to find K-Quick, but K-Quick says no, is going to stay alive, and Juge is going to be able to hold it down. So good rotation, good hold on P4. So now OGT starting to gain a pretty decisive lead right now. So they're up by at least 2 points.
Stewie doing a good job right now, trying to control these spawns, and now they have them pinned in this building, and you can kind of just lock this down now if you are, but OGT, but now you're saying LA Dweebs, look at these spawns coming up behind Stewie. I don't know if you recognize this. Now he does, finding one, finding a second, looking for a third with the pistol. Got to pull something out. He does get taken down. And just like that, I mean, it's just flipping back and forth. You have the break now onto the hill. Very, very tough hill to hold, and once again, it is going to be the break.
And Juge is going to be in the back, and LADs are not at all going to read this. I mean, how could they? Stewie's over by front Jenny, and Juge is going to hop on towards the back. He's going to catch him from behind. Is going to be able to find the kill, but KJ is there as well. to take him down and regain control of that one. So LA Dweebs will get the scrap. Back to P1 we go for the second set of rotations here. And it's just going to be a bit of a high up battle as MV Panther is going to be sitting up in top third. He's going to be looking down from above, but OGT will get this initial time.
Yeah, and we will see if... I mean, it's been pretty close so far, and at some points it feels like OGT has controlled this game a little bit more. I mean, they do have the lead, but it's just one of these maps in sub-base that is just so... I mean, it's very back and forth, right? And you're going to have a lot of breaks and a lot of retakes and stuff like that on this map at a lot of times. So, you know, back and forth in this one, very scrappy, and now it is going to be LA getting the time for the moment. With 28 seconds left, we'll see if OGT elects to start to get themselves over to that P2, lock it down, but you see Control wrapping around the back, trying to help with that situation, and we'll see where these spawns come in.
I do want to do a quick stat check here for OGT and LA Dweebs. OGT looking pretty straight on, but I think you can see the problem on the LA Dweebs side right now. A little bit of help in the kill department and the hill department, even for that matter, would be pretty good for the LA Dweebs to have right now. K-Quick sitting at 20 and 14. The rest of them sitting at negative. And with K-Jet, it's going to be the odd one out here. 8 and 16. Going to look to try to bring this one back, and is going to hope to do so inside of the hill. They will hop inside of this one here on the P2, and they're going to have a good initial hold once again here on this point. OGT going to try to break through, but LA Dweebs have a great opportunity here to take the lead. Batsa and Stewie are making a great play on the inside, and just like that, 4 are down. So now OGT have control. K-Quick's going to take down one. Going to check inside of the window, but now all quiet for a moment here as LA Dweebs gear up for another push. But right now, it's all OGT.
I mean, again, just back and forth is this P2, P3 area. And we'll see OGT is in for the time being. We'll look to try to collect the rest of this scrap time. But LA Dweebs, they're trying to set themselves up for this P3. Maybe try to lock some time down on this one. This is also a map that I've kind of seen a lot too from Intel. Like, just the way this map plays, a lot of the time it doesn't end on points. It ends on time limit a lot of the time. We'll see if that comes into play. I will say this one so far has seemed to be... teams have been able to get a decent amount of time, and it is going to be OGT once again locking this down. And they actually have a pretty good setup right now, all things considered. You just got to hope that you don't get that top left spawn here for LA Dweebs. But right now, things going well for OGT.
Spawns again. Going to be a little out of whack here. No one getting the direct spawn, but you do see most of OGT are around the hill as LA Dweebs have spawned over towards that P2 side. So now they're going to try to work their way back in, but 25 seconds on the clock means P4 is going to come up next, and that's going to be a foot race once again as Crisco is going to get caught with his back turned. Stewie is going to find that kill and is going to find another kill on the Control. That's a big kill, and Stewie is currently on a 10 spree right now as he has cleared out the entire P4 side, has opened up the spawn here for OGT, and unless he gets killed like that, should be good here for OGT to maintain this initial time. And Jude now starting to go off himself. That's 2. Can't make it a third. OGT will get this initial time, and now it's going to be LA Dweebs who are going to hope to break spawn. But holy mackerel, K-Jet spawned way out.
And this is the point in the game right now for OGT where they can really put this game to bed. You have a chance to get one of the few money hills on this map, and you have the time for it already. The first 15 seconds go on their way. LA Dweebs desperately need the break here to try to get themselves back into this one. But right now, nothing doing. Collapse is just going to stay behind as MV Panther gets 3 in the feed. But yeah, just getting that cover on point. Already 30 seconds gone. K-Jet trying to make a wrap through the back. Does find one. Now pinch opportunity potentially coming in here for LA Dweebs. They make it happen. So they need it the rest of that scrap time. But a lot of work still to do in this game.
Yeah, now we're going to look over to P5, and it's kind of a head-to-head right now. It looks like Stewie at number 5 in the map will have initial control, but he has to get through K-Quick, which he does. Nice find here for Stewie, who continues to fry 33 and 16 full streaks, which basically is just one streak, but, you know, we got to show those 2 other streaks there as well. Has the mortar strike, but we're not going to use that. Please don't use that, Stewie. That would be a lot of problems here for the stream, but... anyway, to go on the P5, which has popped up here. It looks like OGT have actually maintained control, but look at this line that OGT is posting up for. They are posted up by the tank over by P2, and they're actually able to control most of this time right now, and they have a lot of good support in doing so.
We've seen last hill a couple wonky spawns come in, so we'll see if OGT can kind of remain the setup that they had. They are going to get broken here, so there's going to be Jude finding 2 to try to break back in the hill, looking for a third. He does get traded out, though. Now Chaos ensuing around this P5 hill. K-Quick gets 2 off his own, looking for more. And I mean, as you said earlier, K-Quick doing all he can right now for the LA Dweebs, 31 and 26. But just, I mean, you look at how lopsided the kill department is right now. K-Quick, though, on that 5, trying to keep his team in it.
And LA Dweebs starting to light up that kill feed. A lot of white on the left side. So they are starting to bring themselves back into this one. Still have 50 points to recover to try to tie this back up. And back over to P1 we go. And LA are still chaining these hills. They have hopped onto this one and are holding this one down. Have good spawns. This one Control is starting to light up right now. Good couple of kills on the mid side. And K-Quick answers with a double of his own. LA Dweebs are making a big run for this. Cannot win onto this hill. But this next P2 hill, we know how scrappy it can be, is, I think, going to decide the match.
They're pulling this back, though, and as you said, the kill feed is starting to go their way, as I was talking about it.
Ooh!
They are turning it around, and K-Quick on a 10 streak of his own, just lighting it up right now. And this is a spot for OGT where they have to potentially try to break back into this. Only 20 seconds left, though, so maybe now they think about giving up the scrap time going next. But K-Quick is continuing to go up. Already a 40 bomb here, going to get taken down. And let's see if the reinforcements for LA Dweebs can try to break into this one. OGT holds a slim lead. They do have the setup for next, but LA Dweebs, they've broken into this hill before. Can they do it again?
And they got to make sure at the very least that they're able to contest for at least a little bit of time. Probably about like 40 seconds of it basically needs to be white here on this hill, which is easier said than done. No one really able to win on this hill unless you play absolutely perfect. LOG is going to try to do that right now. Crisco going to be first in, going to get shot in the back, though, and will be put to rest. 2 more, 3 more go down here for LA Dweebs. So now OGT in a really good position to hold this down. 1 more push. LA Dweebs, they have to contest this. They got to get in now. Crisco going to follow, and that's going to help things when Jude kills himself with his own grenade. So now LA Dweebs are broken through the hill. They cannot win with this hold, but they got to make sure that OGT does not find their way back. They still have 15 seconds. They got to make sure that OGT does not hold down.
This is an unbelievable job, though, by LA Dweebs, because you had spawns, very close spawns all over the place for OGT, and they were actually able to hold it off. So now you have a chance to get this to that P3 where you're set up right now to potentially make a play, but all the kills going the way of OGT. They will be a mere 5 points away from putting this away. So LA Dweebs need to get in a position to make a play here on the P3 Control.
I love that.
Gonna try to make a play, finds one.
Oh my God!
Well, finds a second, and now maybe the break here for LA Dweebs. They gotta find these kills quickly and get into position.
Yeah, they're going to get in position right here and now, and OGT are going to be stuck in that back alley area. They're going to have to look to break their way out. They are not getting blessed with any type of spawn help right now, so Jude's is going to do his best to hop on in, and that's a cruise missile that comes in at the proper time, and that's going to allow OGT to take that first map. They were patient about it. They waited for the right opportunity, and it came down with a couple of quick kills to follow. Topic of discussion lately. That may be something we get back in the future. I would love to see it happen. It makes this map especially, we'll love to see what a sniper could do. But here we are, map 2, Gold Premade North, week 1 here of our first season of MWIII. So LA Dweebs are up, or sorry, OGT is up 1-0, so LA Dweebs looking for a comeback here on this one, and they will start on defense. And it looks like OGT thinking B to kick this one off. Yeah,
but look how slow this map starts off after that crazy sub base. You got teams slowing it down just as you would expect, and we will see what the plan is here for OGT as they do start with the bomb. Now maybe thinking to get this one over toward A in that plain area. Defense right now pretty relaxed right now for the side of LA Dweebs, just looking for that first pick. Both teams don't want to give anything away.
Yeah, everyone's tight, and K-Quick's going to find that first blood. Stewie just getting the bad timing down there. K-Quick's going to spot another, though, and Control is going to take out MV Panther on the opposite side as well. And now, all of a sudden, Klapsa finds an answer back. 2v3 scenario here for OGT. 22 on the clock. They got to make a move, and it looks like B will be the play. Control doing the right thing, just getting off into some higher ground. But OGT, actually, they're going to split this up here. Not totally sure why. I don't know if there's some miscommunication going on, but all of a sudden, Klapsa is dead. And now it's up to Jude in a 1v3, 8 seconds, just no time at all to plant the bomb. So you just got to sit back and relax. K-Jet decides to get picked off, though, so everyone else is going to hang tight, and that will be a time limit round win here for LA Dweebs to kick this off.
Yeah, I think, as you said, a little bit of a miscommunication there from the 2 OGT players. I don't know if it would have mattered that much in the end. Time was winding down in an odd man situation, but it looked like Jude was taking the bomb over to B and ends up costing them. So it's going to be a 1-0 lead here for LA Dweebs. pretty passive setup in the end, but again, both teams are playing for picks. Don't want to give anything away, feeling each other out as well. And I think, again, one of the situations you don't want to make the mistake, right? So both teams are played pretty passive. As I said, Crisco just running right through the mat, does find one, does get traded out, but this round a lot faster than the previous round.
Yeah, change of pace on this one, and OGT finds themselves down again here, but Stewie's going to answer back. 1-2, can't get the third, and now a 1v1 battle here. Klapsa versus KJ. KJ has the bomb, and KJ just turns and burns, and is going to take that one for LA Dweebs. What a great start, and what the hell was the play call there? Because they started off so slow, so tactical, trying to see who was going to jump first. They both decided, now we're both just going to jump. We're both just going to meet in the middle. We're just going to settle this out. So 2-0 though for LA Dweebs.
I'm interested as well. I know Terminal is a little bit of a smaller-ish map, I guess, compared to the other ones on Lines of Sights, but I am seeing a lot of subs on this map, and I really thought we'd be seeing 3 or 4 ARs on both sides, but a lot of subs. I'm a little bit surprised by that at the moment. Crisco going to just try to play for that information there and see if he can find anything. And I'm trying to see maybe, again, OGT could possibly be playing for the pick, or I thought they were going to maybe fake B and go A. Stewie is looking like he wants to go and plan and make a play. He's got to be careful. If he gets picked, that bomb is going to be in a very, very bad situation. I think he knows Crisco's there, and a nade might be going out to get him, but Crisco stays alive, barely.
And Cakewick's going to come around the bomb carrier as well, and will find Stewie. Cakewick was biding his time, waiting for the call out, and had the flank, and ended up taking care of business. So now bomb is down, but 2 are dead for OGT. Klapsa will recover the bomb, only has Juge to work the zone. Juge is in no man's land, is going to get found and taken care of. Klapsa does pick up 1v3 situation, now has 2 more left to deal with, and he has the A site open. Don't know if he knows this, but whether he knows it or not, he does realize the time. So he's going to hop on down and get this planted. The other 2 players, Control and Cakewick, are going to have to work their way on over. Try to squeeze a little bit of Klapsa. They immediately get a shot, and just a shot through the window from Cakewick. Just take care of Klapsa, and that will be another round win here for LA Dweebs. So the momentum, as you said, has completely carried over, and they are up 3-0 here on Terminal Search.
I think LA Dweebs are just playing the numbers better right now, and they are, trying really, really hard to not get picked first. They are getting these first bloods right there, though. I think Klapsa tries to slide, and it just is not able to. It looked like that's what he tried to do and ends up getting picked. But 3-0 LA Dweebs right now, and they looked really, really good. I mean, this is a complete turnaround from what we've seen really in that hard point for a lot of the time, as OGT was absolutely frying in that, but finding it hard to find their footing right now, and LA Dweebs looking at an A play here.
Yeah, LA Dweebs, something they're doing differently from OGT is they're actually supporting the bomb carrier here, but the bomb carrier is probably not the person you want baiting out in front of the rest of you, especially when you know someone is probably in cockpit. But Cakewick will take care of business, grab the bomb, back out and regroup with the rest of the gang. So it's going to hang tight here, but A is completely open. I mean, OGT has some angles there to shoot through the windows again, but for the most part, there's no one completely defending A. The cockpit is completely cleared out. OGT definitely knows this, though, so they're going to wait to see if they can find the cross. Stewie going to be the main point of contact here. Waiting for Cakewick to just run across. K-Jet in support as well. K-Jet going to take a peek on the outside. He's not going to see Stewie down below, but he's at least going to see one player on top gas, but MV Panther actually ends up getting the wall bang. Bomb dropped again, but Jet is there to pick it up. So 2v3 situation here for LA Dweebs here. Control trying to find that kill through Cat right now, but a little bit of silence, but the bomb is probably going to go down here.
This is the problem with this plane bomb site is you're kind of put in a situation where you're just stuck like sardines and everything is wall bangable in this plane, it seems like, and already the retake coming in. And that is going to be the round for OGT. They get themselves back into this one. Really needed that round there. It was starting to get out of hand, but they reel it back in, get the round. But yeah, I mean, this bomb site, it's just obviously getting spotted. There's so many angles where you can get spotted, and then it feels like there's just no cover on this plane at times, as you can just shoot right through it. So it's a situation where if you can get the bomb down on that site, it's great, but it is not the easiest task in the world.
No, I mean, it is, you can basically cover A without being on it. So, like, every time I say, like, oh, yeah, A is basically uncovered, I don't truly mean that. I just mean there's no one, like, in the cockpit or in the back sight, but you can have all sorts of angles over by that top gas side looking over. And K-Jet, speaking of angles, is going to find one to MV Panther. Juge will be there for the trade, though. But now a total push. Look at this flank coming in out of Crisco. Definitely had his eye on the ball there, but did not have his eye onto Juge, who was able to support the bomb carrier there and now lays to a 3v2 situation, make it a 3v1 control. Last up here for LA Dweebs.
And does get spotted as well, so that bomb will easily get down on A, and now control in a situation where it just seems impossible. There's only so many ways you can go to get yourself over to that plan area. And we'll see if he can find one for his troubles, but this should be around for OGT. Not even finding any information on Collapse. Should have him, but that's a great read from Control. It does find one. 21 seconds on the clock. This will not win him the round, but he's going to try. As Stewie takes him down, and 3-2.
Yeah, finally a bit of life here out of OGT. They'll win 2 in a row. Make this at least interesting. Make it at least a little bit harder for LA Dweebs. They're not going to run away with this quite yet. But we go into a 3-2 situation here. LA Dweebs might try to slow the pace down a little bit here on the attacking side. Might try to play for the picks. Or they might just say, screw it, we're going through catwalk and we're going to get there. But as they start with the bomb, looks like B might be the first hit. But man, now Dweebs are just going to maintain that D5 side. And I'm going to see if they can find some initial picks. But it looks like the nades are going to back them up. But Control does find one onto MV Panther. So man advantage here for LA Dweebs, make it 2. As K-Quick finds one, but the quick answer back makes it a 3v2 situation. But B is almost certainly the bomb play here. Juge, barely any blood left in his body. He's going to try to get a grenade down, does get it, but Crisco is there for the response, but makes Collapse's job a little bit easier. This is a great flank here for Collapse. The trigger discipline's there, finds Control, has to find the second on the Crisco, and he does! A great 1v2, and OGT tie it up with some flair.
Just a perfectly timed flanked, and that nade from Juge pays dividends. It makes it a 1v2, makes it manageable, and just as they get done with that first fight against Juge, it is the flank coming in, and that is a big round. 3 in a row rattled off here for OGT. Great play there by Collapse.
Man, Crisco had he was not letting go of that bomb for anything. He held down X and was not going to let it go. Curious response what he would have been able to do if he actually responded to that and got up and tried to shoot back. But regardless, on to round 7 we go. And OGT are also going to be targeting B, but K-Quick is going to find that first blood and get out of dodge. So no one able to answer for that one. And MV Panther is actually just sticking in security right now as he's just watching all his teammates die in the kill feed. Now Juge is in a really bad situation. Bomb is dropped right by the bomb site, and he has 3 LA Dweebs around him. So now MV Panther now just making his way on through TSA right now. Gonna find Crisco. 1v3 now. Would be a pretty incredible play if he pulls this off.
Bomb is down, and I'm pretty sure LA Dweebs know that as well. So, gotta check all your corners here if you're MV Panther. We'll say this game does make it easier with having Deddy back to make these plays, but not there as LA Dweebs find the round, and they get a much needed round after winning the first 3. Started to get away from them a little bit, but they enter back 4-3, and as we expected, another close map.
Another close map. Indeed, a back and forth action. Not originally, though. As you said, LA Dweebs had such a good start to this, and now finally put themselves back on the board after losing 3 straight. And here we go. Bomb appears to be the play.
I love this play.
Oh, this is so perfect. Oh, no, but Collapse picks it off. He was in such a good position for that. And the play now ends up having to be scrapped. So it looks like that was option B. Plan B is go A. And they're going to rotate around. They're going to find Collapse and they're going to open things up. But remember, although on the mini-map, no one is over at A, Stewie, one of the players that's certainly going to have an angle over towards those windows. So Crisco is going to wait to see if any pops their head first before they start making their way over. They do have a lot of time to work, but no, Juge is going to play aggressive here. He's going to wait over by the cockpit.
I mean, great play by Collapse to get that first blood, but then kind of throws his life away in the end. He had the life advantage, but tries to make a play and gets picked off, and now it's going to be a 3v2 advantage right now for LA Dweebs. Stewie on a sliver of HP, trying to hold it down. And this is going to be able to get over to B, mostly for free, as now it is going to be Stewie trying to make this play, but the cover is there. Control with the kill, 1v3 now for Juge. And around, I think the mistake there from Klapsa is going to haunt them, getting a little bit too aggressive, gets picked off, and now leaving his team in a very tough situation. Juge has been great tonight. Can he make the play? Does find one. It was a world star, but that is about it. Takes one and gets taken down. LA Dweebs, map point.
Holy, who was that? Who was that? I need a name. I'm sorry. I know we don't promote the negativity on the stream, but like, who was that?
Look, he got him weak. Just easy kill. That's a great teammate right there. You know, you're all about the MVPs of the team, and you know I'm the best player, but you need to be a great teammate, and that's what he was right there.
Brother, if I ever got a world star like that and you finished up the kill, you would not let me have it, bro. You would absolutely get on my gears about that. Forget it. Stewie though picks up K-Jet to kick this one off. So putting OGT in a good situation here on offense. MV Panther though, gonna go buy himself a burger. He's gonna hang on tight. This control. Tries to fire back, but he's going to leave Burger Town for now and make his way over to the library to grab a book, but is actually going to reel his way back and get picked up by Control after all that. So 3v3 situation here. Everyone just kind of holding tight. LA Dweebs a little slanted over towards A for now, but they do have Control hanging over by B. OGT being a little indecisive. They're all split up across the map.
And that's going to be K-Quick with the kill on Juge. Another round for OGT where it kind of feels like they fumbled this a little bit. And Control spots Stewie, does not take him down though, 2v2. And this is actually going to give OGT a chance to get over toward B. Crisco going to take down Klapsa. Stewie left in a 1v2 to try to keep this map alive. But K-Quick with a check. LA Dweebs win the round and the map as we are tied up 1-1.
Yeah, tied up 1-1. Great Roundmar's third here with Teach. It is a 1-1 tie, and we're on invasion control, and LA Dweebs have the impossible task of trying to get this A site first. Oh,
and, wow, that's
that helps.
That'll help OGT here. That is going to be 4 down right off the rip, and you're already seeing LA Dweebs going over to that B side instead. They'll try their luck over there with Juge from the top ropes. Will find one, and not the ideal start here for LA Dweebs. They wanted a tough respawn map 1 that they did end up pulling back in the end, but I will say, I mean, OGT was definitely the better team in that one, and you got to find some magic here in the respawns. Not the best start for them, though.
No, not the best start at all. LA Dweebs now finding a little bit of lane here as we go on over to B side, but Dude is going to be there to at least get some shots on, and he's going to find the shots on the KJ. K-Quick there for the answer, but now the flank comes in from OGT, and that kill feed will be majority green, but LA Dweebs still have 2 players up right now. Make it 1 as it's up to K-Quick. Try to make this play happen. KJ in a good spawn situation here to at least get back onto the front lines. So now they will hop onto that B site once again. They might make some more progress here, but there's only 28 seconds left on the clock.
Juge is just going to try to get as many players off time as he can, and really just try to play this out as long as they can. OGT now in a position to try to make a play on the point. 2 kills going their way. Control will look to stay up. He gets taken down, though, and that is going to be a clean wipe for OGT. Did a really good job of waiting for each other and just setting that up to get onto that B zone, as they're going to continue to go back there. OGT, wise to it, they're going to try to shut this down. Klapsa, though, gets taken down. Crisco with 2, and this should allow LA Dweebs to capture this B zone. Juge does find 1, but it's going to take a miracle for him to get more. That kill does come in, and that is the B zone gone, but only 11 lives remaining right now for LA Dweebs. Make it down to 9. Not a great situation there. Really only have 2 hits at this A zone.
Yeah, you need basically a miracle play, but you got to give props to LA Dweebs for at least getting that first sight. So that at least gives them a respectable amount of ticks as they will go into the defense into the next round. So now it's going to be OGT. Just need to play this smart and need to play this tight. 45 seconds, and that's not how you play tight. You missed the guy right in the corner. So now 2 are down. OGT still have the side control for right now, but LA Dweebs are starting to push in. OGT still spawning over by that gas side, so they will be able to just kind of keep this at bay. And just like that, 5 lives remaining. Crisco is going to find 1, and now no respawns here for LA Dweebs. K-Quick will come back up, I believe. And then now, this is it. 1 more push. They might not decide to take it too seriously here, but Crisco will get found. KJet is going to be near the point. Control does find one in the meantime, and K-Quick finds one as well, but KJet going to get shot in the back. So it's going to be down to K-Quick in control, and this round is over. OGT will take the first round on defense, but LA Dweebs got 3 ticks over on B. OGT made it work for it, though. I'll say that much.
Yeah, and for LA Dweebs, you do get the ticks in the end, which is nice, but the problem there for them is they just were playing catch-up right from the start. You go 4 down right off the rip, and then continue to get killed time and time again in the next 30 seconds or so, and you're already in a huge deficit in the lives counter, and they were not able to recover from that. As you said, they did a good job of at least getting one zone, but you know, it's one of those things at this point in the year. Do we know if it's better to be on offense or defense? I guess we'll never know. I guess traditionally it would be the defensive side, so you do want those ticks, but we'll have to see. Is now OGT starting on offense here, and they are hitting the safe side.
Yeah, they're going to go for this first, and they're going to move right on in. They're not even going to waste any time. They're just going to hop on in. I mean, there's so much cover onto this A site, so if you're able to get in there and cause a problem, you can just be at kind of the advantage at that point. So now some LA Dweebs are going to have to work their way on the inside of their own point to try to capture this back, and they do a good job of doing so. A good nade, and then a good gunfight taken, and then B is cleared out as well. I was going to point this out. What is that spawn? They spawned right on top of the site. OGT have a full-on slant over towards B, and LA Dweebs aren't going to have a clue, but they're going to find out here shortly. They all spawned over by that P2 side, so now they will hop onto this point, and they will immediately get the first tick.
I mean, that is just a great job by OGT, being in the right place at the right time. You can't spawn in a better location than they just did, and that is going to be the B point captured and gone. Great job by them.
Situational awareness is what we call that
Yes.
here in esports. Situational awareness. OGT has it in bounties. Going over to A now. They did get a tick on A after that first hit, so they're in a great position here. They have a little less than 2 minutes to work with and only 3 lives down. So they can just play this nice and concise. They can lose a few lives here. And really what they're hoping for, I think, at this point is, you know, weird to say, spawns might be something you play for here. If you can slant on that side and get forward enough on that end, even if you lose a player, you might be able to spawn towards that bank tack area outside of Palace and just be able to hop right back on A. Not sure, though. I haven't seen that before, but definitely something I would imagine is in this game, especially when Stewie is able to get through gas station untouched. There for a brief moment, OGT had an opportunity, but that opportunity was quickly squandered.
And now you're in a position where, if you're OGT, where you are spawning very far out. We'll see how they set this up. I think you know where they're coming from if you are LA Dweebs. Gotta not get picked like they are doing right now. But OGT playing it slow, gonna take this in waves. And this is going to be a tough break with the setup LA Dweebs currently have.
You know, OGT just trying to find some cover for right now and kind of wait for everyone to get back into good position here to regroup. K-Quick is going to be on top. Collapso will take care of him. MVP there for the distractions. So no gas is left open, but you have to be quick when you're moving through here because you saw K-Quick spawning close by. I don't know what he's waiting for, though. I would rather him try to get right back into the play and just try to shoot those guys in the back. And finally, he does so. So now the 50-yard line resets, and everyone's just going to be holding the line. 20 seconds on the clock here. He's going to try to make one final go at it, but everything's blowing up around him. Has a little bit of extra help here. One final push. Huge going to look on to KJet. KJet, though, will answer with a headshot right to the face. And Crisco will be there as well. So no one for OGT really in a good position to make a play. They'll go for it one more time. 2 seconds. Stu is on the inside, but Control will immediately put that to rest. So 1-1 here, but LA Dweebs are currently, or I'm sorry, OGT are currently up 1 tick.
LA Dweebs, nice job after giving up that B zone pretty quickly to shut it down over on that A side. And the setup there was good. I think, you know, once they shut that flank down through back gas, they kind of had the setup that they wanted and were able to just pick off OGT players time and time again. So they'll look to have a better start to this offensive round as they did on that last one. I mean, going down 4 down, like I said, they were playing off the back foot from the rip. So look to do better here starting off this round. Looks like they're going to favor the A side, maybe hit through mid.
Yeah, I mean, look, A is very obvious to get into that point as quickly as we saw OGC do in that previous round. It is a pretty decent point to be able to capture off rip. There's so much cover on the inside. You basically have to force the defense to break into their own point to get it back. There is just not a lot of open areas to work with, but immediately it's going to get picked up there by OGT, and they are not going to let them near it. And Juge is going to find a quick triple right there to put LA Dweebs to bed, but the spawns over by B are just too hard to manage. They're going to hop onto the site and immediately get this first tick, and OGT have the impossible task of trying to rotate over in time.
I mean, this seems like one of those maps where you just have to commit to defending one of the sites, and the other site, you know, defend it for as long as you can, but it is inevitably going to go the other way as Collapsa with the sub from long range, finding those kills. LA Dweebs still spawning on that palace side, so they're going to continue to work B, but Juge is actually in a really good head glitch here to just shut this one down. And also give information to his team that they are still going B here, trying to play his life, but not too much help from his team on that side. Stewie going to try to get some counter shots off, but LA Dweebs moving up the map a bit.
Yeah, B is still being the target right now. 2 ticks about to go down here for LA Dweebs, but Collapsa is going to try to make a play with the grenade, and he does. Juge answers with a kill as well, so 30 seconds on the clock, and LA Dweebs have still failed to capture this point, and a second tick as well, so we are tied on ticks at the moment, and Collapsa is basically in the spawn right now, causing problems here for LAG, or for LAD, sorry. As Control is going to answer back on the top to finally open things up. So now one final push you have here. An MVP, though, is posted up on top of the tank. No, don't jump down. You lost your cover. And K-Quick there is going to get taken down by Stewie. And MV Panther going to try to find Crisco. Crisco has no idea. And he's going to get shot in the back for his troubles. LA Dweebs have one final play to make. And they are not going to be able to make it unless Control makes the play. And now Collapsa is going to have to come in from behind. That's one. Can he get the second? He does. And he's going to be able to win the round for OGT.
That is a crazy end of the round. By the way, I am starting to think that there is just no A-side spawns for the offense on this. I mean, I have not studied this game completely to start, but it just seems like that palace spawn just keeps happening over and over again, no matter where they are. And I thought maybe you'd get like deep bridge spawns, but I guess not. And we are finding that out here. The relentless pressure over toward B, but even in the end, OGT closes out LA Dweebs. They were not able to advance, and I think this is the play. I think you go A off the rip because you know the spawns will favor you on that B side, so you can get A first. I feel like offensively you have a better chance of B.
Yeah, and I want to point out too, LA Dweebs I think did end up getting that second tick onto that B side. I'm almost positive they did, so they should be up 1 tick here. So all OGT needs to do is tie this one up with the ticks, really. At the end of the day, I mean, obviously they're going to look for the win, but if they want that defensive end, it is pretty easy to do, and that split push over towards B is certainly going to help. And like you said, Ty, I mean, look, we're looking at it. I mean, they immediately are going to get the stick onto B because they went A first, all died, and they immediately spawned over to B. I mean, if you're LA Dweebs, that's a time where you have to have a player post up on that side. You have to realize that that's what the spawns are going to happen.
And I think, again, this is probably a position where you kind of just default to giving up B if that's the play, but now you're in a position, if you're LA Dweebs, you're trying to limit the amount of ticks. It's not going to matter now, as it looks like OGT should be on their way to get that defense for round 5. So we will see. But a lot of time here, still in 2 minutes exactly to go over and get A, and it only takes 1 break. The positioning right now from LA Dweebs isn't the best. If OGT can push the pace here a little bit and find these kills, it would be great for them. Stewie trying to find the kill with the pistol, nothing doing there, and now just playing ring around a rosy with another player. But I mean, LA Dweebs are very pushed back right now. They are very susceptible right now if the kills go the way of OGT.
And now we got Crisco. Just kind of playing on that mid inside, is going to look for the cutoff, but OGT are already through. Collapsa is already through, so he's going to be able to come up behind K-Quick here and for free find this kill. That's 2 down here for OGT, and they have gas control, and look where LA Dweebs is spawning. They're spawning on B side completely. It's just up to Crisco now. They're going to collapse it on the inside. They got to get in and stack this point. Here comes LA Dweebs. They're going to come down mid alley and try to prevent them from doing so, but the stack is in, and LA Dweebs are still spawning way out right now. They're going to have to try to get the pressure on. It's just Collapsa inside the point, but there is a lot of support on the street.
Got that first tick down, and got to be able to move up this map. Collapsa, oh my
what
goodness.
The hell?
K-Jet didn't find him. Luckily for him, the trade does come in, and now you can reset here if you are LA Dweebs. Up in the lives in this round, now tied up, but not in the worst position in the world. Did you hear that? Coming in from Control. A little bit of an interesting situation to use it now. Not going to find anything, and now OGT with 2 in the feed, looking to push the pace once again to get onto this A zone.
Yeah, they have another opportunity to do it. 55 seconds, lives just about even. Kills would even be a really good thing for them to grab right now. Crisco, though, does prevent MV Panther from getting on the inside, and K-Quick is there to follow, but the kill coming in from Stewie and Collapsa open things up here for OGT, and it's just going to be Stewie left up, but Control makes the play. So now really only have one more good push left to have here. 45 seconds on the clock. Lives still even. And you're kind of at the point where the respawns don't necessarily matter at this point. It's just going to be all about the time on the clock. Dude just going to open things up, and Stewie's going to find Crisco. That's a great play. So now OGT have a chance. That's 3 down. LAD are still getting that spawn over by Gasto, so that's going to keep them in it for the time being, but Control is going to have to be the person tasked with trying to stop as much as he can, and it looks like 2 ticks are down. Now the third one is starting to go. Crisco is going to get stunned. He's going to get caught out. 2 more players, K-Quick and Control, are going to try to make a play. They got 1. They're going to find MV Panther, but MV Panther's going to make the play, and the tick is still going to go. Control is going to find him and keep this round alive, but he is the last one up, and OGT clean up the mess. They're going to take this Control 3-1.
I think that's very well executed there from OGT from start to finish. You have off the break, you're going to that A side. Okay, we didn't get it there default to B, and then you had so much time to continue to push the pace. And what they did so well.
Premade. Wow. Let me try that again. We are back once again. Gold Premade North action here on the COD Rec League. It's our first week of MW3 action. OGT up 2-1 over LA Dweebs, and we are on Karachi Hardpoint.
Starting this off, OGT getting that opening time and also trying to control those spawns for next as well. The first 11 ticks going their way. KJet now trying to get this kill, but does get taken down. And this is a lot of time for P1 going the way of OGT, basically uncontested at the start. Not the start LA Dweebs were looking for after the things we outlined in the break about what they kind of need to win this map. And now, I mean, closer to 30 seconds, and again, I think the man on point has gotten in the 1 gunfight. So finally, LA Dweebs break in. Now the fight for sponsor next.
Over towards the big money hill of P2. And it looks like LA Dweebs will win the race right now. Big kill on the back, but MV Panther is there. Take down Control. Not going to check the inside corner, though. Chris is going to be there to find 2. He's going to be able to keep out OGT for the time being. So now LA Dweebs continue to maintain control here, but OGT have found a way through. Stewie's going to find Crisco, and now Juge will hop onto the inside. Control trying to fire in from above or towards Juge, but Juge just snaking the hell out of him. K-Quick, though, should be there to clean up the mess. Going to shoot a dead body and not Juge, so that hard point will stay green. Stewie up top is going to keep things down. Man, he is starting to fry. 8-2 to kick this one off.
Already a point for LA Dweebs where I think you have to rotate this. I don't even think you take a shot of this last hill. They are going to try to, as K-Quick does take 1 off the hill, but the rotation coming in now for OGT, and can you catch these players for LA Dweebs off guard is the question. We'll see as it's going to be a Collapsa waiting in the wings. He's trying to wait for a pinch play from his team. Stewie finds 1 as he continues to fry, and he is in the power position of this hill. And now Collapsa making his move. Perfectly worked. But KJet with the trade. LA Dweebs will continue to get the time. Crisco on time will find the kill, and all things considered, LA Dweebs win that wave.
Yeah, look at good time here as well. They hold it down and keep that red for the time being. K-Quick, though, with that submachine gun, pretty egotistical style there on the MV Panther. MV Panther going to take that one down. Crisco just trying to stay alive. LA Dweebs do gain the lead in the meantime. Control is going to help out, and basically they have 3 players inside of the point. 23 on the clock, and you're going to think about rotation, but Stewie is not thinking about rotation. He's thinking about this point. He's going to find 2. He's going to find 3, and he's going to hold on to the scrap. And it's going to be a rotation battle over towards that P4 side. Great play there. Coming in from Stewie to grab that scrap and put OGT back on top.
Now the fight for next as well. Crisco slips the net, but he is surrounded by OGT players, so it feels like only a matter of time before he gets taken down. Do they check his corner? Does find 1, and now looking for a second as well, but he does get taken down. So he will try to get the control. What that does though for LA Dweebs, that bought them time to be able to get over to this point, and OGT not able to collect any time on this P4. So all in all, great play on the side of LA Dweebs, and now control from the top. It's one of those hills that just seems very annoying. There's so many places and cruddy spots you can get into, and really neither team be able to get a lot of time right now.
Yeah, this one just staying white here as both teams are exchanging trades. LA Dweebs will hop on top, but just as I said, Juge is going to find two. Control going to be the one on the stairs to cause the problem, but MVP Panther there for the answer. Cakewick's going to find two, but can't find a third. I mean, this is such a scrappy hill. OGT will get the better of it. Now over to P5. This is a hill where you can certainly bring back some time, and LA Dweebs are looking to do just that. K-Jet is going to post up over by the desk side. We'll play the role of secretary here for this one. K-Quick clear out that P2 side, and this is a good start here for LA Dweebs, but Stewie is here to bring that to a quick end, as he now has Juge helping him out with 2 extra kills of his own. So OGT going to hit that sentry mark here first.
Yeah, these are this hill kind of has some interesting spawns. I mean, you're seeing OGT for the time being was spawning down by clock tower, but they're getting all the kills right now, and this is going to help them tremendously, as now they can just huddle around this hill, and now it's going to be LA Dweebs getting these far and away spawns. It feels like about 15 to 20 seconds even to get to this hill to take a gunfight, so all this time is going the way of OGT. They start to get their lead back as Control with that hipfire kill with the AR, cleaning that one up, and they are able to break in, and Control gonna find a few, even looking to shoot his teammate, but that is actually a big break here early. I know it's only 15 seconds, but that's a big break here early. Let's see if they can go over to this P1. You cannot let OGT continue to mount these points. You gotta keep it close.
Yeah, I mean, you certainly don't want OGT to run away with this one, and they are certainly up about 50 points right now, so that's going to be a problem for LA Dweebs, especially as OGT has won the foot race, and they're going to hop on. It's funny, though, because LA Dweebs had a couple of kills there, but were not able to take full advantage of it. Now they finally do. Grisco jumping in from the top rope, or I would say probably more of a ladder than the top rope there. I was pretty high up, and they're looking for Juge over on the inside, but it's just going to end up playing his life. But Collapse has the flank. He's going to get caught, though, so time still right here for LA Dweebs. Juge going to come on in and find the kill, and Stewie is going to help out, take out that top third player. So now the last 30 seconds should go OGT, and as you can see on the mini map right now, they have rotated over, and they're going to be set for P2 first.
Yeah, and LA Dweebs should be able to get this kill here, which they do, so they'll be able to get the scrap time, but as you said, completely set up here for OGT on this diner hill. Control will look to see if he can find a pick, and I think that's going to be the name of the game right now for LA Dweebs. You got to find a way to break that first wall first, and then be able to get in. Control does so, but his teammate has nowhere to be found. He's quickly traded out. Juge gets traded out himself, and now we'll see if the break can come in. LA Dweebs doing a good job of keeping this one close, but it's a hill like this that really could turn it around here for OGT if they can continue to hold this. The first 10 seconds going their way, but the kill is going the way of LA Dweebs, and they should be able to set themselves up to get onto this hill. Collapse now fearing for his life here in the back, as he's going to get converged on, and it is going to be LA Dweebs in the hill now.
Yeah, I mean, that's an exceptional break here for LA Dweebs. They needed to make sure that OGT weren't able to capitalize on the fact that they were able to rotate first, and now they have brought this game back there. Listen, 30 points down here. K-Quick in the pillars with the beam of arrival finds Stewie and is able to keep that pure red. So now they will be within 10 points of OGT. OGT have completely rotated. They have just completely scrapped the rest of that time over onto P2, but P3 appears to be theirs. K-Jet gonna try to find that initial break here for LA Dweebs. Gonna be on that top broken side. Point comes up. Shot being fired. A little quiet for right now, but it looks like the push is gonna come down as now fire rating from above as well as mid, but a couple of kills here from OGT keeps them in firm control.
That's gonna be 3 down. K-Quick last alive. And we're seeing these spawns once again just coming in so far away on this map. As you said earlier, I think this map plays traditionally like some of the other hardpoint maps that we've seen compared to what we have in this game. And already 30 seconds in the way of OGT in this one. And, I mean, just LA Dweebs trying to finally find a break. Crisco gonna keep the hill white for just a second. Does get traded out though, and you got to go next if you are LA Dweebs.
Yeah, you got to go next, and you got to go now. I mean, 200 mark here for OGT. They are looking to call game right here on this map for LA Dweebs will be set up, though, as Collapsa has found a route in, though. I mean, the call is certainly there. I mean, LA Dweebs are going to be at least certainly aware of him for the time being, but Collapsa just can't quite get in yet. Going to bide his time, wait for the rest of the gang to show up here. Control's going to try to take the gunfight anyway. Collapsa is going to find it. Juge is going to find another. So now 2 down, and OGT have control, but it is still going to be Crisco on top, who might cause a problem. K-Quick tried to be the initial engagement, didn't able to do so. K-Jet, though, good flank coming in from the side. Going to find 1, going to find 2. No, Juge wins that gunfight, but Crisco finally comes down from that top balcony and finishes it up. So now LA Dweebs have control, but for how long?
Yeah, and
Yup.
once again, this hill being just so scrappy right now, and so many ways to break it, and the kill's now going OGT's way. A real shot here to put this one away and take their first win on the season. They're in a phenomenal spot for it. 14 seconds left here on this P4, but also have those spawns for next on P5. K-Jet will try to make a play over there with his team, but it is not looking good right now. They gotta find these kills, which they are not doing. Juge does get taken down, but only 6 seconds away now is OGT.
Yeah, OGT looking to close the door, and the door appears to be bolted shut. OGT will take this series 3-1. What a great clinical hardpoint out of them. They will take this one 250 to 149.
And continue.